Hi guys, Lee Mack here. So we're off on another trip offshore.
Turn right, then at end of the road, turn right.
As you can see, I've got the sat-nav on, or as you can hear, I've got the sat-nav on, and I'm just literally driving down
turn right
to Aberdeen. So I'm going to an oil rig that I went on about 4 months ago now. So it was just before
350 yards at end of the road, turn left onto Essen Green Lane.
It was
then at end of the road, turn right.
finishes. It was just before the month-long trip that I'd done at Christmas time.
Turn left, then at end of the road, turn right.
It was it was just before the cruise that I went on in September. So as you know, after that trip I went on a cruise, and then I had 3 jobs let me off, basically let me down on the bounce, and then I went up until Christmas, and then I got that month-long trip. So you can see the distance, the time distance I'm talking about here from the last time I was on this thing. And I was only on there a week, and then before that I was only on like 2 days from the Clare Ridge, and I was there for about 2 weeks, and then I went on this one. So it's called the Valaris 122, and it's like it's called a jack up, and they found gas there, and they're building on it. They're building on this jack up, and they're building accommodation on this driller. So they're basically building like an oil rig that's going to drill for the gas or the oil. I don't know if it's gas and oil, I'm not sure. Probably just gas, I think. But yeah, that's where I'm off now. It was a decent oil rig, if I remember. It was okay, quite smallish, but the accommodation's okay. It's got a pool table, it's got a gym, the food's beautiful on there, really nice food, I remember. So anyway, I've got all my protein bars. I've took tons of protein bars. I'm there for 28 days. It even said that on the contract. So with it saying 28 days on the contract, I'm assuming that they've got to pay us that, even if it goes less than that. But I think they're quite confident that we will be there for 28 days because, like I say, they know the job, they're building on it. I've been there before. They're building quite a lot on it, so it's quite a big project. So they're expecting us to be there for the 28 days, I'm imagining. So it's good money. I'm going to be making quite a lot of money from it if I'm there for the 28 days. You know, it's really good money. I think it works out about £417, this one, per day.
Turn right.
And I'm not sure, but there might be even overtime on there. Sometimes if they're trying to push a job on, they will, you know, say, are you going to do this, are you going to do that, we'll pay you an extra 2 hours here, an extra 2 hours there. That always bumps the wage up. But you know, I'll come out.
After a quarter of a mile,
I'll come out with this.
Take the 3rd exit onto 1032.
I'll come out with this with about £11,500 or thereabouts in wages. And then
enter the roundabout, take the 3rd exit.
I'm always happy once I've done something like that. When I didn't even want to do another 4-weeker because this is 4 weeks, and the last one was more than 4 weeks. I wasn't really wanting to even do a 4-weeker, if I'm honest with you, because they are too long for me. I don't really like being out there that long. I prefer 2 weeks and then come home, have a little break, go back out. Like 2 weeks, working 2 weeks and then having 3 weeks off is ideal for me. That's what I would prefer.
Take the 3rd exit onto 103. Route recalculation.
So I'm just having to navigate some traffic here, guys, so you know, bear with me. I'm just eye on the road, as pleased about. Yeah, like I say, I would prefer to do 2 weeks on, 3 weeks off. That's my perfect pattern, routine, but it doesn't always work like that. I'm not in a routine. I'm basically what you call ad hoc. So what that means is as and when required.
Keep left onto A19, then keep right onto A19.
So I'm going on the A19
onto A19
north,
keep right onto A19
down to Aberdeen.
Right onto A19.
I wish it wouldn't talk so much, that stupid sat nav. I mean, come on. You know, there's no need to just constantly tell you this is like that, over and over and over again. So I've got one more course to do. These courses, they get you to do at such short notice. 6 courses, right? Like about health and safety, dropped objects, PPE, permit to work, what else was it? Energy isolation, and some others as well. Honest to God, they make it so difficult, these courses. You know, I had to do it. I had to do one of them 3 times and figure out where I went wrong, take pictures on my phone, and then redo it, and then finally pass it. The same with the other one, and these are like, they're not short courses. They're like half an hour to 40 minutes.
Keep right onto A19.
Half an hour to 45-minute long they are, right? So if you get it wrong and you don't pass it, and sometimes it's 80% pass rate, and if you don't pass it and you get like say 79%, they say sorry, you didn't pass, you need to redo it all again. Not like a quick way of doing it, you need to literally sit through it all again. What an absolute nightmare it really is. So I finally got through them all.
Drive for 2 miles.
I'm hoping and praying that they do pay us for doing these courses, because it's time out of your day. You know, most of the time they do. Most of the time these companies do pay you, but sometimes they're a bit cheeky and they don't give you it. And basically you've got to ask, like you've got to basically say to them, look, how many hours can I bill you for on the invoice or whatever for doing these courses? Because like I say, these courses, they weren't long. It took me about 6 hours in total at my own time. If you knew all the answers and you just done them and you knew what to put, or you were savvy about it and you already knew, then not so much. Like still 3 hours out of your day though to get them all done. Still, there's no quick way of skipping through. Some of them you do, and they are, you know, you can skip through. But these ones I've been doing here for Valaris, I think it's called. No, there's no way of skipping through it. So I've took my laptop with me. I'm taking it to the hotel. Put me in the Hilton hotel, which is really nice. And then I'm parking at the Hilton as well, this other Hilton. So I'm going to have to get up tomorrow morning, pass this course. If I haven't already done it tonight, I'm going to have to get one of the lads who's working with us. I'm going to have to try and get hold of him and ask him if he can help me, him or her, whoever it is that might be able to help me. This lot, I'm struggling on this, where it's permit to work. I don't take out permits. You know, I don't take out permits, so why they need me to do permit to work and understand it all, I don't know. But it's one of the requirements, one of the 6 courses that we had to complete. So I've got my laptop with me. I'll have to get on that tonight straight away when I get down here. They give us a £20. They give us a £20 meal allowance. Like, it talks all the time, constantly. You've already told me that 3 times, love. Ah, the weather's shit. Fucking pissing down. Apparently it's snowing in Scotland. And you know what? I didn't even want to get the train because it's a nightmare. Just to get a seat. They've stopped doing the return tickets where you can pay to go there and back for some reason. Open return. They've stopped doing that. I don't know why. So that's a bit of a ball ache. Another thing that you just don't want to deal with. And I'm rambling a bit, and I'm in a bit of a bad mood just because it's been rush, you know, since getting this job, and a lot of things to do. Pack your bag, do all these courses, and she's doing my head in, fucking sat nav woman, trying to do the video, give you an update. And I can't be fucked with it today. I just want to be at the hotel. I can't be done with this drive, if I'm honest with you. but I'm doing okay all in all. As you can see, I've got a bit of a tan. I've been going on the sunbeds. I've already mentioned in the previous video that they've been doing me the world of good. I've been taking them little drinks. My energy levels have been perfect since going on the sunbeds and taking them drinks. And I haven't been going to the gym or anything, so that says a lot. That must have been something that I've been lacking. Whatever's in them drinks, you know, or the sun rays, just I was lacking in something major, and they've been replenishing whatever it is, and I've been feeling unbelievable, you know, because of taking them. So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling okay. I'm looking forward to getting on this rig and picking up where I left off on the last rig with that routine. This time I think I will be on days, I'm almost certain, but I don't know. It's quite a good rate that they've given me. They've given me £34.50 per hour, so that's a good rate. And normally you're on nights for that. When you're a rigger, a rope access rigger, that's normally a night rate. But this company, I've never worked for them before, so and apparently they're just genuinely good pays, you know. So this might be a day rate. I'm hoping that it is a day rate, you know. That's what I'm hoping. But I can't wait just to get on there, guys, and pick up where I left off. I took my protein bars, as you know. I've got 3 bags of 1 kg protein powder. I don't know whether they sell it on the rig, so I've took it with me just to be on the safe side. I've had to take 3 bags. Normally I only take 2, but they're always overweight because of the protein that I take, all the protein bars I take. Then you've got your clothes and your PPE. It just goes over for me all the time. So someone told me last time, you can take 3 bags, you know, just as long as you distribute the weight. And it's normally like 11 kilograms per bag. So I should be okay with that. With my protein, my PPE, my clothes, yeah, I should get away with it. But I've got tons of protein bars. I know I'm there for 28 days and I've took 2 protein bars each. So do the math on that. And I think I've got a bit over the odds on it, the protein bars. I could have even took more because I had more in the house there, stocked up on the protein bars. But I have 2 protein bars a day, go to the gym. So my routine when I'm on days is like this. I get up about 4 in the morning, 4 AM, depending on what time I start work actually. But if I'm starting about 6, I'll get up at 4 AM and I'll literally like run to the gym. Get up. I don't think I'll have a shower. Yeah, no, I don't have a shower. I'll just get up and I get my clothes on for the gym. Get in the gym, do a workout, do a half an hour run, and then go back and get a shower. Get my clothes on ready for work, head down, and then what I'll do is I'll have a shake, protein shake, 2 scoops of protein, 2 big scoops of protein, bang that in me, and I'll have a protein bar with a cup of tea. So there's my breakfast before I start work. Then I'll start work and I'll have my first break about 3 hours later normally. So let's say I start at 6 in the morning. I'll go to 9 AM. I'll have a cup of tea, and then I would normally have my protein bar. I would normally have my protein bar with a cup of tea at 9 AM. So that's my second protein bar. But what I would do is I would then have my main meal at 12 or half 11, 12 o'clock, midday. And then I would normally have a sugary sweet, so, you know, whatever it might be, chocolate cake and custard or anything, crumble and custard, whatever they're doing. Because it's like a school dinner. They do it like a school dinner, so you'd have always have a nice meal, and then you can have like a sweet, a school dinnery sweet, if that makes sense, you know. And I've been doing that last good few times, but this time I'm not going to do that. I promise you I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to save that protein bar at 9 AM. I'm not going to have it, I'm just going to have a cup of tea instead. And I'm going to have that protein bar, that second protein bar, after my dinner. God, the roads are absolutely hellish. It's windy, it's pissing down, it's blowing a gale. This is dangerous, man. So yeah, I'm gonna have my second protein bar for my sweet after my dinner, and that way I'm still having 2 protein bars as I would normally have, but I'm missing out that sweet, and that's what's been keeping the weight on me to a little bit out there. I still lose half a stone in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I still always lose about that amount, but I've got a feeling if I'm here for 28 days, this trip is going to be amazing. I'm going to do better than I've ever done, and I always, every time I say that, I always do a little bit better, and then the next trip a little bit better. Last time it was Christmas, and obviously coming towards the end of the trip, it was like Christmas dinner, New Year's Day dinner, and there were really big nice meals with lots of stuff, and I was having my sweets all the time. Every single meal I was having a sweet, sugary sweet, and I still lost half a stone. So can you imagine this time? There's no big dinners, no special occasions. I'm still there for 4 weeks. Just got a bit. I needed to blow my ears there, my nose. So yeah, you know, there's no special occasions, and I'm missing the sugary sweet out. So that's just gonna mean I'm gonna lose even more weight. I'm going to be doing 12-hour days. I don't know what the work schedule is going to be like. Is it going to be relaxed, or are we going to be on our feet all day? If we're on our feet all day, that's even more calories burned. You know, hopefully there is a bit of work to do. But with this rig, I know for a certain fact there's no stairs. There's hardly no stairs. There is on the inside accommodation, but there's also a lift. A lot of people were using the lift, but I'm not going to use the lift. I'm just going to walk in the accommodation stairs to get them extra steps in, and I need to do that because there isn't loads of steps on this rig, this jack-up. It's not like the Clare Ridge, which they call the stair ridge. It's not like that. There was a lot of exercise to do on there, and that's, I suppose, how I got away with. That's how I got away with having the sugary sweets all the time when I was there, and I still lost half a stone because we were doing rope access work. This is rope access work, but I don't think there's much to it. It's just a grating job. We're just basically putting grating down. It's going to be pretty easy, not going to be strenuous. But then again, you know, these big heavy grates, we're going to have to be hogging them about, lugging them about. So we'll see when we get there. But anyway, after my 12 o'clock meal, you know, and I have my last protein bar, obviously after that you can have another break of 3, and you do have another break of 3, but I'll be just having a cup of tea, no protein bar, and then about 6 p.m. is your last meal, and obviously you can have a breakfast early on the morning at 5 in the morning if you want to, but I don't do that, and I don't have the last meal as well. So after that 12 o'clock meal and my last protein bar, that's me. Then I fast, and I don't have anything. I go to sleep on the night, and I go to sleep about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. I try and get my head down for, drift off, and then I get up at 4 in the morning, and that's my routine out there, guys. So that's me now for 28 days. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, they have a TV in the accommodation, so you got your Sky TV and all that, which is cool. I'm hoping that I can get a room myself, but we'll see. I just don't know how busy it's going to be on there. But last time I was on there, they did have some rooms available, and I managed to get my own room. I snuck into my own room. Just to give you a little update as to how I've got on, you know, since coming back from the last trip. You know, if you've been watching my videos closely, you'll know I come off nights coming away from the Christmas trip, got home about the 4th of January, and then I was coming off nights. The intention was to go straight back in the gym and pick up where I left off, but it didn't happen like that because I was knackered, and unfortunately I didn't have a 24-hour gym. But when I come home this time, I do plan on getting a 24-hour gym, joining a 24-hour gym. I've already got a gym, a really good gym, saunas, steam room and pool and all that stuff, but it's not a 24-hour gym, so I'm going to keep that one anyway, and then I'm also going to get a 24-hour gym. I'm going to use both of them. That's the plan. My ears are popping here, guys. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm in the car and I'm on the road. It gives me a bit of a headache. mistake actually. It's only because I'm talking. Weird, isn't it? Strange that. So I just have to chill out a bit. So yeah, I'm going to join that 24-hour gym, and then I don't have any excuse. But like I say, hopefully I'm on days this time anyway. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I got home on the 4th, and I was going to New York. When was it? I think it was the 15th or something like that. So I had about 10 days at home before, and I was a mess. You know, coming around off nights, I wasn't doing well, and I was also exhausted for doing a month offshore. I felt all lightheaded the last week, so I wanted to just take a break anyway. So I was okay having about 5 days off, just getting back into the life routine, home life routine, just having a bit of a sleep, getting a bit relaxed and stuff. But I was slipping back into that night routine, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to come round on the days as quick as possible, so that I could obviously go to New York not being exhausted. But I knew that going to New York, there's a lot of steps, you have to stay awake, travelling and all that. I knew that would kick me into a day routine anyway. But I was trying my best to get into that day routine before I actually went to New York, which would have been making my life a lot easier. I took night nurse, as you've seen in one of the videos. It didn't go to plan. I took it at a wrong time, so I had a nana nap on the afternoon, so I wasn't tired at all, and I took it when I wasn't tired. I got up at 7 p.m. after a 2 hour nana nap. I went to bed at 5 p.m, got up at 7 p.m, and I thought, oh well, I'll take night nurse. Went and got some night nurse, come back, and I took it about 11 o'clock it was, and I went to bed at 12, got my head down at 12. I did fall asleep, but I wasn't tired. But night nurse knocks you to sleep. Went to sleep at 12. I only got up at fucking 4:30 in the morning, didn't I? 4:30 in the morning. And that isn't enough sleep, is it? Not on night nurse. So night nurse was still in my system. Night nurse makes you feel groggy and awful if you're not asleep. So I was up 4:30 because I didn't need the sleep. My body woke myself up, even with night nurse in the system. And as you can imagine, I felt awful all day. And then it knocked me ill. Because I'd done it that way, it knocked me ill. So I was ill for like 4 days after that. Like I felt bad. As you can imagine, me being bad, the gym went out the window. I intended to go in the gym. I was trying to get myself in a better routine, do a bit of gym before I went to New York. Didn't happen. I was ill up until New York. And that going to New York, on the day of going to New York, luckily I felt okay. I felt not too bad. So yeah, we went to New York. Obviously that knocked me into a better routine anyway. We had an amazing time. It was -8, very, very cold. Coldest weather I've ever experienced in my life, actually. It felt like you were in a fridge, just walking around all the time. And there was some wind, you know, every now and then. The high-rise buildings took the wind away from you a lot of the time, but every now and then you'd walk around the corner and you'd just get blasted with it, you know, -8 in the face. So it was harsh weather, and me and my girlfriend, we both caught a cold. When we got back, we noticed I would feel ill, you know. I got a really bad head cold, so we've been really, really ill. And it's so we got back from New York after the 15th, got back about the 20th, 22nd or something of January, and it's took me a couple of weeks to get better. You know, yes, I might have been procrastinating a bit, and I have. I'm going to admit, hold my hands up, but it's because I have been feeling so ill. Do you ever get that, guys, when you're ill and you after the illness or through the illness, when you're just getting better even, you can sniff up. It's weird, I can't explain it really, but you smell and you can smell badness. Do you ever smell that? The badness smell. It's like I'm going to try and give you the best reasoning of what I think it is. If you were going to smell rust, you know, like rust, if you went and you sniffed, like when we're offshore there's a lot of metal and beams and all that, if you were to smell a beam, a rusty old beam, or a scaffolding tube with a bit of rust on or something, you know, if you were to smell something like that, that's what I can smell. It's like a bad smell, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you smell the bad smell. Some people don't, some people like what you're on about, but then there's other people who are like, oh yeah, I understand what you mean. My girlfriend understands. But I get that, and that's when I know I'm bad, and that's how I know I have been really bad. It's kind of like COVID almost, you know. I don't think I have had COVID, but I've had a really nasty head cold and maybe even a flu. So yes, I've been procrastinating a little bit. Yes, I could have probably got in the gym if I really tried, but would I have made myself ill by going in, even iller by going in and doing a big workout? You know, maybe. But I do get ill quite a lot. That's one thing that I've noticed. I go through lucky stages where I can go for a full year. So it happened a year back where I didn't get ill for a long time. A full year I went. But if I'm honest with myself, like most of the time I get ill about 4 times a year. Now that's too much. 4 times a year is too much. I'd say the average person gets ill twice a year. The average healthy person gets ill twice a year. I get ill double that. So it's an issue. And there's only 4 quarters in the year. And if I'm getting ill every quarter or thereabouts, it's fucking with my routine. So going forward, I need to go into a new phase. And that's me bringing a new phase in right now. You know that I've gone through phases. I've gone through phase 1 where I got a coach and done this, that and the other. Lost like a stone in weight, got some before and after pictures. Then I went through phase 2 where I done it for myself a little bit. Then phase 3, 4, 5, you know. I was just, my phases are whenever I have a problem and I need to overcome something, I'll go into a different phase to fix it. One of the phases was learning how to go offshore and stay off all of the stuff, all of the fatty food, because there's a lot of fatty food out there, and fast, and I conquered that. Then I went into another phase after that, learning how to go away offshore, come home and not eat junk food. I've conquered that. So that's another phase conquered and done. So I'm always getting better and better and better. That's one thing I will say. Now I'm in phase 5 at the moment, and phase 5 was literally to learn how to go offshore, come home, and when I get home, not eat the junk food, the fast food. Now I've conquered that, I'm doing that. That phase is complete, tick. Phase 5 is a big tick on it, along with all the other phases, tick, tick, tick. Now, what I'm struggling with now is a couple of things. So this is phase 6 I'm going into. So phase 6, what I want to conquer is when I go offshore, which I'm going there now, I want to do that what I've just mentioned. So the second protein bar, keep hold of it and don't have it at 9 AM for my vest break, and instead have that protein bar to supplement not having the cake and custard. Yeah. So I'm not having the cake and custard. I'm not having any sugary snacks for my dessert. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. That's one thing that's phase 6 is about conquering. Another thing that I need to conquer is my illnesses, right? So what I was doing before I come here is I was doing juicing, a lot of juicing. I was having morning shots, I was doing juices, and I was getting a lot of goodness in me. I was doing the sunbeds, I was getting them little shots from the sunbed shop which had lots of vitamins in there as well. So phase 6 is about improving my immune system. My immune system is shot. It has been for the last 5 years. It's been awful. That's why I get ill so much. So I need to keep my immune system high when I get home, and I can only do this when I get home, of course. But I'm going to let this cunt behind me here get over me because he's up my ass. Right? I'm gonna keep the juicing up and get all the vitamins in me, and I can only do that when I'm at home, of course. I can only do it when I'm at home. I can't do it when I'm offshore. What I can do when I'm offshore is on the morning get myself a nice glass of orange juice, get myself a bit of vitamin C, I've took some vitamin C away with me as well, Baroccas, so I'll be having some of them from time to time. I only have them like once a week. I'll drop 2 tablets in some water just once a week, that's it, and that boosts my immune system. I always feel amazing the day after normally. Yeah, so again, you know, coming home, I'll be juicing. I'll be hopefully having a juice to supplement a meal, rather than have a meal on a dinner time, let's say. I'll be having a juice instead, cut the calories down, and then just have hopefully one main meal. And I also, in phase 6, I need to learn to stop eating so much. I mean, I have been ill over the last couple of weeks, but I have been eating a bit more than I should have. I also forgot to weigh myself before I've come here now, but I know I was about 14 stone. So what I'm going to do is when I get on the rig here, I'm going to weigh myself, and I'll show you what I weigh. I'm going to do a video for TikTok showing people offshore, what have you, and obviously put it on my YouTube and what have you as well. This is a vlog though, guys. This is a vlog video. That's why it's gone on for like half an hour, because I just want to do an update, let you know what I'm going to do. So yeah, phase 6. We're going into phase 6. So there's a few things there. Learning to not have my dessert when I'm offshore, juicing when I get home to keep my immune system high, and learning not to eat so much and stay in a calorie deficit when I get home. Phase 5 as well was also about staying off the fast food, and that, like I said, that's a tick. I've done that now. I stopped that, so I don't have to worry really about eating fast food when I get home. I'm in the mindset now where I'm not doing that. And it takes me a little while to get there, but I think I finally got there. So a round of applause for me there, I think. A pat on the back. Pat on the back for myself, because it was definitely a challenge for me, that. I'm going to tell you that now, because I've already confessed that I am a fast food junkie. I've already confessed that many times. You know that I'm a fast food junkie, or I was a fast food junkie. I've come off the junk food. You know, like a crackhead comes off crack, and a smackhead comes off the smack. Yeah, I've come off the fucking junk food, the fast food, the McDonald's. I was addicted to McDonald's. Addicted to McDonald's breakfast, McDonald's main meals, KFCs, Burger Kings. I was addicted. Don't even, you know, I wish there was a fast food anonymous, you know, where you sit around in a circle and you tell people what you're addicted to. Oh, McDonald's, KFC, yeah, like a Five Guys, you know. Unfortunately, there isn't one of them. But I managed to conquer it myself. I've got a strong willpower when I put my mind to it. But like I said, I'm one of these people. It always takes me a little longer than anyone else to do anything, and that's anything in life. Anything in life. Even with puberty, when I started off growing up, when I had puberty, I was always a little bit behind everyone else. Learning something new, whatever it might be, it always takes me a little bit longer. Doing these courses, going offshore here now, you know, to try and do these, it took me probably longer than most other people. Most other people might have 2 tries at it, whereas it's taken me 3 or 4. You know, just learning something new. I'm a bit of a procrastinator. I always write lists down, you know, for things to do, which helps me with that. Helps me with my procrastination, because I tick things off. I need to do this, need to do that, need to do this, need to do that. My girlfriend laughs at me because I've got a list all the time on the fridge, or things where I need to do, and it's just weird. It's just little things a lot of the time, you know, like just go and get your hair cut. I went and got my hair cut just to remind me on. I think I might have Alzheimer's or something, or I might get Alzheimer's when I'm older, because I just forget things. Not that I forget things a lot. I think it's just that I don't want to forget. If that makes sense, I want to be able to relax on a night. I want to be able to relax on a night, knowing that I've written everything down that I need to do for the next day. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, it helps me with my procrastination. I can be lazy just like anyone else, and that is one of my things I need to try and fix. Now, I don't want to try and do too many things in one phase. I've got into phase 6 there, and I've told you what I'm doing there with phase 6. think there's 3 things I need to overcome. Stop procrastinating, maybe another phase. I don't know. Anyway, let's shut it in phase 6. Fuck it. We need to get where we want to be quicker, don't we? There's 4 things in phase 6, right? Stop procrastinating and just do shit. Like start building the site. Like get home and stop eating. Get in the gym and stop being a pussy about when you get ill, you know. So I'm going to shot another thing in there. Another thing. When I get ill, right, I need to learn how to still go to the gym. Now that is a hard one. It is a hard one because when you're ill, sometimes I feel like if you're ill and you go in the gym, you might make yourself worse. And that genuinely is the reason why I decide not to go in the gym a lot of the time when I do feel ill and when I am ill, because I don't want to make myself any iller. Maybe there's some truth to that. But I do also think that some of the time when I'm ill, some of the time, especially when I'm coming out of the illness towards the end of it, like say the last 4 days ago, I could have really been going in the gym over the last 4 days, but I was giving myself an extra shot. No, I'm still ill. I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got this to do, I've got that to do on the computer, blah, 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 blah.